Skylar Clemens.
And I'm Dave Masabo.
Welcome to Society
Society
Social
Social
Hour, where we socialize among the socialites. Let's get started. And now the day you've all been waiting for. Famous actor and Penguins quarterback William Darcy married his hometown sweetheart, Elizabeth Bennet, now Elizabeth Darcy, after having been engaged for 2 years. You know, I'm surprised it took so long. There was a lot of skepticism about her true feelings towards him, wondering whether she was after his money or just him. But seeing them now, you can hardly doubt their love. The shocking and surprising news, though, is that they're having a baby. As of this moment, we have been told that Elizabeth is 4 months pregnant. Shocking, I know. William's aunt, famous actress Catherine Dubois, and many others have made public their disapproval towards the matter, but as of this moment, we are unsure of the exact facts. And now to hear some words from Catherine Dubois with Zach Felsen on the issue.
Thank you, Skylar. Catherine?
They had sexual intercourse out of wedlock. That's unacceptable.
Well, they were planning to get married anyways. Wouldn't that make it justified?
I don't care how long it took for them to get to the point of marriage. It's unjust, and they should have waited.
Feisty as ever, Catherine. All right, back to you, Skylar.
Anyways, moving on. Now we have sports with David.
Let's get started.
In fifth is the Orlando star Charles Bingley. He hit a rough patch recently, but it seems he's back in form. He had an amazing catch to win the game last Tuesday. Next, in fourth this week is Michael Cassio. Calm and collected. This man is a jack of all trades. With 22 touchdowns and 37 interceptions, he is not only a superb defender for the Foxes, but is also a deadly attacker. Moving on, in third is Iago. Now, he has been involved in numerous scandals, but it seems it doesn't take away from his ability on the field. Plays dirty, but he's efficient. At the end of the day, with 44 touchdowns, he gets the job done thanks to his amazing ability to run away. Dare I say, best attacker in the league? I don't know. We have to see more.
Next in second place is Othello. Many believe that he should be in first place, but he has dropped a little bit and he has not been playing at his best lately. His crucial mistake in last week's game has dropped him to second place. Nothing much to be said here. 64 successful passes, 10 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. Amazing player.
We have arrived at number 1. And we have, drumroll please, William Darcy. He's young, he's strong, and has taken the league by storm. He joined just last year, but he has done amazing things for the Penguins. With his magnificent arm and intelligence, there's no opportunity he won't take. He can spot a man riding down the field in a split second, and he can make a pass like never before. Could he be the next Othello? Maybe. We'll have to wait and see.
And here we have...
Thank you, David. I'm Skylar,
And I'm David.
and we'll be right back after the break.
We've all been there, where you want to just come home from your long day of work and sit back and relax and just have a nice evening to yourself. And then it gets ruined by the pests. No matter what you do, it seems that the pests are never truly gone. So what do you do? That's right, you get Pest Be Gone. Pest Be Gone is extremely simple. All you have to do is point at the pest and spray. See it? He's dead. Pest Be Gone, for getting rid of all the scum that you don't want around.
And we're back. Next up is some shocking news. I'm sure none of you saw it. We sure didn't. Over to you, Zach.
Thank you, Skylar. This is Zach Felsen on the scene at the Samsa household, who has a very interesting problem that we're going to go investigate today. Let's continue. Hello?
Hello.
All right, everybody, this is Greta Samsa. I think we all want to know exactly what he looks like. Please tell us.
Well, I'm sorry to say, but he looks absolutely disgusting. And he looks nothing like his regular self. Well, I mean, he is a bug. But he's kind of sort of big, kind of like a cockroach, not really sure, with some big white spots on his back.
So I think the question that we're all wondering here Are we going to get to see this man?
Well, maybe. I'm gonna have to ask my parents.
I'm sick of this! Get out, disgusting vermin!
And then drive over that.
Back to you, Skylar.
Yes, thank you, Zach, for that. Next up, we have the weather with Skylar.
So today is warm with a high of 79 degrees. But later tonight, it's supposed to drop down to about 55 degrees, and there's a 40% chance of rain. And the rain is supposed to continue throughout the week. The temperatures are fluctuating between 60s and 40s. And there's a flood warning for Friday and Saturday because of all the rain that's going to be coming in this week. But on Sunday, the sky is supposed to open up and let a little light in, leading us into a week full of warm sun. And I have some news that pains me to announce. We are going to war. North Korea has successfully launched a missile that has splashed down in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of California. Luckily, it detonated underwater. There was no casualties. However, it should be viewed as a warning shot from the Rocket Man. It was announced 2 days ago that they will be implementing a draft immediately, as it seems this threat is very real, considering the number of warning shots that have been directed at us for the last several months. We are still receiving information on the situation as things progress, but we do have information on those who have the possibility of being drafted. As of this moment, 16 to 45-year-olds are said to be the available range, and if they are chosen, there is no need for them to pass a physical or mental examination of how dire this situation can become in such a short period of time. No one is able to avoid this in any way, not by paying someone off or paying someone to take their place. As in the past, this has happened and angered many citizens who have viewed your duty to protect America as part of being socially responsible. Stay tuned throughout the coming weeks for more details as we keep you informed. And now, for a commercial break.
As any sensible woman of the time would tell you, getting married into wealth is key, and there's no better way to get married into wealth than with Glam Up. As we know, everyone has their ups and downs. Glam Up is here to shove away those downs like they never existed. With Glam Up, you can cover away all the hideous features in your face and make sure that the good ones pop.
Now that I'm all prettied up, I'm finally ready to be married into wealth and fit right in society just as I'm supposed to. Thank you, Glam Up. You're the only makeup for me.
And we're back.
And what do you think, David?
Well, Skylar, we have two core arguments. One is that animals like cockroaches are our spiritual equals to man, and that we should treat them as one of our own. The things we do to animals are certainly disturbing, but the majority consensus, it seems, is that ultimately we view animals as inferior by most scientific studies. And this dogma is the primary defense for the wild domestication and killing of animals that we do. But some new studies do suggest that animals are not entirely dissimilar to us, and I think we should question our preconceived superiority over them and other animals, and whether that means we should help them or become their overall masters.
But, so what do you think is the right one?
Well, I think there's some validity to both arguments, but I think we can at least cut down to the cruelty. You know, it doesn't have to be so bad as it is right now, certainly.
Right. before we dive into relationships and mutual jealousy, we will take a short commercial break. Let us dive into our next topic.
And given the seemingly unending marriage scandals, we ask people what they think about marriage and jealousy and whether jealousy is ever justified in marriage. Let's take a look at the responses.
Our first response is from Dr. Caleb, a professor of psychology at Edinburgh. I think the definition of marriage kind of constitutes a blind trust towards your significant other, and this would suggest the jealousy in marriage is never justified.
Okay, and now from an anonymous user. You can't trust anybody. You know my wife left me for someone else, all because I didn't respect her. You hear about these things happening, but you never expect to take responsibility for your actions. I just hope us men around the world can stick together against all the lying women. Wow.
What? What an idiot! I know we don't like to judge people's opinions, but this guy's stupid. What?
Well, moving on from that atrocity, we have Jim. So, the hard truth is that sometimes people need a change in a relationship. And sometimes that means going behind your significant other's back. And I feel that if the need for change is not a strong feeling, that a little jealousy can help the other one know that you still care. So I think people are justified in being jealous because they keep people together.
Yeah, because, you know, people say you shouldn't be jealous, but it's hard not to be. And I think sometimes it could be a positive reaction to a situation.
At the same time also, but I think jealousy can be a destructive force, and it can destroy the trust and stability that has been built. And in many cases, the anger caused by jealousy ends up falling on an innocent bystander or a loved one who is wrongly accused of ill intentions.
Well, that's where the difference between feelings and actions arises. If you act dumb and try to control everything your spouse does, then that's where the trouble begins.
Okay, we are now live on the scene at Othello and Desdemona's house because Brabantio has just now passed away due to a heart attack. So we are going to get the first live reactions of both Othello and Desdemona. Okay, ready? We're gonna go inside. Okay. The door's already open.
Now we're coming to a close, and,
Well, we've seen a lot of bad news, but hey, we appreciate you being here with us. I am Dave Masabo,
and I'm Skylar Clemens.
and we are
Society Social Hour, signing out.